Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Motion RC Live. Happy New Year to everyone. We hope you had a great holiday. Last time we saw you was Friday, December 22nd, so we hope you had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, awesome New Year, and we are back ready for an awesome 2024. As usual, I'm joined by Wesley here to my left, down in Souther Studio. And we got Alex behind my camera, Lori behind Wes's. And just want to say hi to Anders, Icarus, Victor. What's going on? How you doing? Nabil, Mike Bird. How's everyone doing? And Wes, how are you doing, my man?
Man, I'm doing great. You know, it's an awesome time here. We've had a great Christmas. Skip got lots of toys. You know, can't complain. Dad got some toys to play with on the table. You know. I can't ever complain. That's right. I got the P-38. This is one of the birds that I've never had, and super excited to get this one out and fly it. And then
you've never flown
just
that?
Finished. I've flown a couple Peoples, but never had one personally. No.
Gotcha. Wow.
You know, I've flown them at shows and stuff. Yeah.
Solid flight.
And it's beautiful right out of the box. This one's got some great details on it that are different than some of the other models. I love like the exhaust on the top here and stuff. I mean, it's really dressed up like a beautiful airplane right out of the box. So super pumped about that. New year, new time, looking forward to it. We're getting into show season, going to be all over the place this month, that's for sure.
Yeah, I heard. So tell everybody a little bit, where are you going?
Yeah, so we're going to Florida E-Jet Fest. That's going to be the big one that we have some giveaway stuff for that event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jerry McGee down there always puts on a heck of a show at Imperial RC Club. So if you're in Central Florida, I highly recommend that. That is February, I believe, 6th. It's the first weekend of February.
Second is our first live show would be Friday the 2nd of February.
Okay, so it's the 2nd, the 3rd,
I think I saw the thing 1st through 4th.
4th. Right, something like that. That sounds right, but yeah.
So you get there first. So next live show, you're going to be live from there for at least a portion of the live show. And if I can make it down, I'll try to make it down. I doubt I'll be able to, but I would love to.
You know, that hotel there, I know you love it.
Yeah,
right beside the field.
It's a fantastic hotel. It's great.
But yeah, so we're doing Florida E-Jet Fest. The weekend before that one, I'm going to Blue Max. I've always wanted to compete in it. So that'll be a lot of fun. That's I think 1918 is the recommendation for that one. So I have to have
pre-1918 planes. We don't have any. I mean, what do we don't have any, I don't think.
We don't have any. So I'm not really going as far as for us on that one yet. You know, you never know.
But you have something to compete with. What are you competing with?
So Papa has scratch built a Balsa USA 3rd scale pup for it. So,
nice.
So you know, so yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So all sticks, and he's dope fabriced it, the whole thing. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So.
Jeff in Lower Alabama, you ordered the B25. Was that with the winnings from the show? Speaking of which, I apologize, everybody. The gift cards didn't go out till Tuesday, the 2nd. Literally, that Friday, the guy who does that for us, I emailed him after I emailed every winner and told them, hey, hang tight. It'll be next week. Of course, he was off the entire week. So he didn't get in until Tuesday, and he got them all out that Tuesday. So I hope everybody got their prizes, and as Jeff in Lower Alabama could say, man, he got the B25. So good for you, man. Happy to do that. And this year, I want to bring the wheel back a little more if we can. I love the wheel. It is fun.
I do too.
We can't do it every week, but maybe if we do, and maybe I try to bring back one spin a month. You know, 1 or 2 spins a month, I think would be awesome. On this show, bring the wheel back. I'm going to talk to some people. Maybe next February 2nd show, maybe we'll do a wheel spin, because it is a lot of fun. That was a good time. That was definitely a good time. So Blue Mac, how many people go to this show, you think?
It's smaller than Top Gun. I think there's probably going to be 30, 40 pilots in it. But, you know, it's a scale competition just like Top Gun was. It's a lot of fun. Be a little different for me.
So after you win this one, you're going to close this show down as well.
That's right. Close this one down too.
Retire this show like you did Top Gun.
Right. So I mean, we'll see. You know, the crowd can always be bigger than what it was. But yeah, that's in Sanford, Florida. And then February 8th and 11th will be the, I never can say this right, WFAEFI, the West Florida All-Electric Fly-In. There we go.
Okay, that makes
sense. Well, something like that. Yeah, so that one's at the Manatee County Radio Control Field down in Tampa. And it's a fun fly. They do flying at night, daytime. It's all electric. So we went to it last year, had a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to going out and spending the time with those guys again. So those are the 3 upcoming. So right in a row, boom, boom, boom. So 3 weekends in a row, I'm going to be out flying.
That's awesome.
Hopefully. The weather has been in Florida lately, so hopefully it'll clear up a little bit by then.
We went out yesterday to the lake with this new sailboat, and me and Alex were like frigid. Like, it's funny. It's only about 46 degrees, and I'm from New York, and Alex, and we used to be used to cold weather, but we're no longer used to cold weather. It's been too much time. 46 might as well be 15 as far as I'm concerned down here. I'm like, it's frigid, but it was good. I want to welcome some more people in. I see Daniel, SWE, Kevin H, Happy New Year, Caroline Tyler, RC. I want to give a shout out Neil Karen Shackleton. What's up, man? How you doing? Saw that awesome Corsair picture in the Facebook customer community. That was the one. I'm like, that's the thumbnail shot. It was a perfect shot. I think it's a Flightline Corsair. I'm not even sure, but either way, it looks really good. So I had to throw that in the thumbnail. Bob B, what's going on, man? Mario's Papa 100. Happy New Year from Greece, Athens, and the Chief Officer of Mount Garani discharging at Piraeus Parama. Whoa, that's awesome. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. Rich M, what's going on? Rich M says he's going to be there. Wes, I assume at the show you were just discussing, which would be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm trying to find it. Sorry, I can't see it in the comment section. But yeah, I think that was Rich, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe him and his dad are always the ones that win Florida E-Jets every year with their like pimped out airplanes, if I remember correctly. They're always like Blue Angels, everything.
They're better. Oh, yeah, I know those. I know Rich.
Yeah.
I remember it. Okay.
I was going to say, last year, though, I saw him like breaking away from it. He had a Thunderbirds airplane last year out there, too. So I was like, oh, hey, what is this doing in here? You're the Blue Angels guy.
That's cheating. You don't go Air Force after going Navy.
So we'll see what they bring this year. So I got to figure out what I'm going to take this year and pimp out. That's kind of the rule. You got to bring a pimped out plane to enter in the best jet. So
what do you have that's pimped out? Why don't you pimp out that P-38 right in front of you?
It's not a jet.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
So I'm thinking maybe like Cougar or, I don't know. F-22 doesn't really have rivets, so I can't put rivets all over my F-22. So I don't know yet. I'm kind of looking at it.
Could you go hard on the Zeus?
Yeah, I mean, I could. It's just not going to be a scale aircraft on it, but
it has to be scale to win the scale. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. That's tough.
Doesn't have to be. It's tough though. Yeah.
Is that P-38 going up for sale, Larry? I don't know. That's up to Wes. If he's bored of it by the time I doubt it. Wes doesn't like to sell airplanes, especially warbirds.
I know. James knows. Like, I keep everything, guys. I let them go from time to time, for work planes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Even that is like, most of these now are work planes. Like, they're not owned by you. And we say, just sell them to put some money towards other things. And Wes still doesn't want to sell them. It's not even his money. And he's like, I just like to have them and look at them. I get it, though. I get it.
Certain planes, man, like the P-47 from Black Horse and the Zero from Black Horse, like, they're never going away. If that hits the dirt tomorrow, I would personally go order another one right then.
And then
there's certain planes. We'll see. Hey, it's getting really close right now.
It's gonna happen. It's getting closer.
It's gonna happen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is happening very soon.
Yeah, we know all about that.
I know. We know all about it. I'm going to give it to you. That way you can make it work.
Ariel
when
Ace,
it's all said and done, it's going to be great, though.
Yeah, we keep doing these on lunch. 12 o'clock, it's just, again, we got European, whole European division. A lot of people from across the seas watch our show, so it's about 6 p.m. for them, 12 p.m. for U.S. It just makes sense to do this time. And no offense, our hours are, 9 to like 6, so
right.
I don't want to do a live show at night. Once it's over, I want to do it during my workday. Just makes sense to do it at this time. We've been doing it at this time for so long. This is our hour. But all right, let's continue forth. So we're gonna move on to our customer community. Pulled a few pictures from the last month's happenings through our Facebook customer community, and we'll start. I love the Christmas gift pictures were all popping up with some planes in there. So we got Gary Webb posted he got himself an Avanti SV2 right in front of the tree. Love that. Then we had the old Christmas blue box. Don't even wrap it. Just stick it in the corner of the tree. It's already wrapped perfectly. So blue box from Jeffrey LaBelle. Love that. We don't know. I did not see what it was in there. But I'm going to guess B-25. I don't know. Maybe a Cougar. But it would be a Cougar. Flightline. Well, Flightline, does it come in the blue tape? Yeah.
Yeah,
it does. Definitely. So it could be that. Then we got Matthew Fox, got himself a Zeus for Christmas. Unboxed, but by the tree. Loving that.
Got a stand he might have got from us too.
And then we got, that's, what's it called again? Why am I forgetting the name of
Ernst. That's the Ernst Mega Stand.
I took like 2 of them from you, or one of them from you when I visited.
They're
Ryan
the best.
Kitts with his Flightline Corsair.
Yeah, this is Boosted Boys.
Love it.
This is the Boosted Boys cameraman.
Oh, nice. I did not know that. So the Boosted Boys are an RC or are a YouTube channel in the same vein as Cletus McFarlane.
Yep.
That Wes knows and met up with a few times.
Yep.
That
was actually Wes's old plane.
Is he the one who crashed the B2 on that Cletus video?
He did.
Oh, nice. That was nice.
Yeah, no.
He came in a little hot on landing. Landing. But nothing you can't fix.
He said all that was damaged was the nose gear on it, and I think that Alan and Cletus have put in the year's supply of nose gear replacements from us.
I did that. I broke my nose gear on it, and I replaced it. I think it was the F-18.
Yep, F-18
One of them is
works.
exactly this. I happen to have a spare F-18 gear, and I just swapped that out. Real quick fix. That was good. Stephen Meyer with his Christmas Tiger Cat.
Oh, man.
You're going to enjoy that. I always love the Tiger Cat. Now, this was cool. Finally, man, we're seeing some Bancroft warships in the Facebook customer community. We got Thomas Legion with, he got himself the Nimitz aircraft carrier, and this is what I did with it when I first opened it as well, is stand there and stare at it, because it is absolutely gorgeous when you see it up close and personal. And it looks like he has a cool little square pool. I don't know where in the world he's located, but I think he's overseas. Either way, looks absolutely awesome to see people enjoying these Bancroft warships, because they really are. They really are so cool. I think 2024 is going to be another good year with some more new Bancroft ships going to be coming. So hang tight for that. Then we got Thomas Fonta. Now it looks like the BAE Hawk, right? I didn't see what it is. Oh, that's me?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It looks like a BAE Hawk.
BAE Hawk.
Lori actually commented to me this one too. She showed me this one morning. I forgot. She was like, "Did you see this one? I really like this paint job." So she was a big fan of it.
I dig it. Just enough. Oh yeah. Just enough pop. Just enough pop.
The green is pretty cool. I dig it. It's something completely different than you normally see, is what I like about it.
Yep. Good work on that. Then we got Simon McDonald. If you're not familiar with Simon, I haven't seen much from him in a while, but this popped back up. They always film on the beach, and he's got someone who does chase camera, does some cool videos of it. So they had their Corsair out, and then just a couple still shots that he posted from the sky. He posted some some there. Always love that. And on that day, there was actually a video of it. I should have grabbed it. Like the beach looks really wide right there, but he said like the water was coming up, so it was all muddy up into. If you just see where those two guys are standing there, like in the dry sand, like it was just enough to like if he would have landed in the mud, probably would have nosed it over, broke a prop. You know, it gets stuck. He just got it down in the sand, so that was pretty cool. Well done. The Corsair's a nice addition to any hangar. You have to have a Corsair in your hangar. Now this one, I didn't see, so I went through the media section, it didn't show me the post. I assume it's a Zeus, but it might be the Vulcan. Is it the Zeus?
No, that's a Zeus.
That is the Zeus. Okay, because I was looking, because I see the lights on the right side, but and then I guess the flaps give it away.
Yeah, I dig it, man.
You know, at quick glance, it could be either or. But I think
I've been debating doing a scale scheme on mine. I've really been debating it.
That's a good looking scheme right there.
It is. I dig it.
Like, it looks like it could be a real jet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like an F5 or something like that, like an advanced version or a secondary version.
Might need to have a scale paint job on mine at some point.
The canopy gives it away. Jameson's right. The canopy should have gave it away to me right off the bat.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Then we got Peter Luck with Roban. Love this.
Yeah.
I want to see it in the air, Peter. Would have been nice to see some pics in the air, but
one day.
Good-looking model. It looks like he put some nice detail. I believe we've seen this one in the past, but these are some better pictures than the ones I had seen. So looking good. What's up, Mike Bird? What's going on? I assume you got your gift card. Nobody emailed me to say they hadn't gotten it yet, so I assume everybody got it, which is good.
What's up, Alan?
And then we got Peter Crean. He got himself, I believe, Missouri. It might be the 1/150th Missouri. I can't tell if it's this one or the 1/200. Yeah, he got a TV. Yay! He got a brand new TV. And then the next picture. Well, I could tell by this one. This looks like.
Oh, I love it.
I think that's the 1/150th.
That's great.
He's loving it. I need to lay next to mine. I need to know how tall this man is, so I can guess. But it kind of looks like the 1/150. Yeah, they're very similar. Just you get more detail on the 1/150.
That's cool. It's a huge boat.
Awesome RC flying veteran. He got his. Beautiful. Love that. Then we got Nick Vesio. Some nice pictures of his customized F-15. Put a little black in there. Looks good. And some nice shots by, I guess, professional cameraman Robert Saul. Took the pictures, I assume, because he watermarked the photos. But Nick Vesio's plane, and there's another one of it more up close on the ground. Good looking scheme here. I got
to do the F-15 one day. That is the only free-wing jet that I think I've never flown. Like, period.
You don't have one?
I've never flown an F-15, yeah.
It flies nice.
Jerry has one and he loves it, yeah.
Once you get now with the updated ED, I remember this one was like a dog when it came out from what I remember hearing, on the older bigger power systems. But the new power systems now make it whip right around. I remember being an easy flyer. That was the one that I flew off this table when I was building it once. It flew right off this table, right into the closet.
That's when James learned what a throttle cut was.
Yeah, that's what I was making the switch from Spectrum to Futaba, and the inputs are different.
Yep.
Instead of throttle, aileron, elevator, rudder, it's aileron, elevator, throttle, rudder. So I went to reverse my elevator on channel 3 like an idiot and reversed my throttle and sent it clean off the table. It was gone. It was gone before I even had a chance to realize what I'd done.
Oh, too bad the camera wasn't on.
The second I pushed the button, it was gone.
I think that clip is somewhere, Wes.
And my kid was down here, looking at it at the time, and it scared the heck out of him. He he was like 5, and it just went right off the table through the door, and it's stuck in the closet, and it's still, the motor's still going. I'm like, oh my God, and then I had to contact, boss, hey, I'm gonna need some parts for this brand new F-15 you sent me. I apologize.
That blue box just went wild on you.
That was terrible. But we got it going. And it was going.
Man.
And there he is, Neil Karen Shackleton. Love that shot, man.
I almost thought that was a composite plane the way he's got this one finished. Look how shiny that airplane is.
I hope it's a flight line. I can't tell.
Oh, it's totally a flight line, but I'm always amazed at how, I'm always amazed how shiny they could make these planes. Yeah, you can tell from the prop. That's the flight line prop.
Oh, yeah. We could have got some other props, but either way, I love it. Yeah, good work. Looks really good. And we got Matthew Melissa Thiedig with a customized AL-37. Speaking of shiny.
Nice.
This one is I've seen this scheme in the past. The Coulson, like a fireplane or something, but it's cool. Looks really good. You're gonna enjoy that. Wes, have you bound up that AL-37?
I have bound it up. I'm debating on repainting it though, because that was one of the ones I was looking at for Florida E-Jet Fest. Ooh.
Wow, look at the lights. You got to put lights all over it. You got to put lights all over it.
Yeah,
you would be the one to do it. Cut out just a few of the windows, put some lights inside the fuselage.
That's right. It could be my night flyer if I just fill it full of lights.
Yeah, just fill it and have some of the windows partly open, some of them all the way open.
There you go.
And then when you see it go by, and then you need to have those accent lights for the tail graphic. I love that.
I got to get on Cali here in a little bit and see what I want to do.
And then we got another Zeus custom, I believe, right? Yeah. And
I think this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's
definitely that I've seen. Yeah, this is awesome.
Navy Bird as well. Nice training scheme. Again, looks like it could be a real thing.
Oh yeah.
Are there any sports? I mean, they're real, like any RC sports jets that exist in real life, like real scale?
Yep.
There are? Like the Avanti, does it exist in real life?
No. The Vipers are real in real life.
The Vipers, real life. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But looks good. Oop, I just kicked the table. Sorry.
It happens.
Then Dave Castro with a black scheme Gripen. Like that.
This is a Gripen.
Like that. And then we got Colo Rolo. He got himself a Banshee. No customize here, but just want to share his Banshee. All good with that.
Looks great. Still one of my favorite paint jobs we've put out on a sport jet yet. I love that paint job. I want it on one of the big planes.
Yeah, I like the honeycomb. I thought that was a cool kind of graphic.
I think it really matches the new V2 Avanti really well when you put them beside each other.
Yes. That is true. And then I like this one, F-16 from Jeff Yang, with just some accents. You want to see it a little better? Just add a little yellow in there to make it pop. So if you ever need, a little bit, just a little bit of color, a little goes a long way, especially
orange, yellows,
color like that. Blue, baby blue, sky blue looks good.
That's right. Baby blue helps to see it tremendously. That's right.
Sky blue looks incredible.
Arctic camo blue.
We just put real clouds on it,
That's right.
Like actual cloud. It stands out. It stands out in the sky.
Thunderstorms.
Sky. Yeah, that'll look good. And that'll do it for our customer community. For everybody probably having quiet last month. Everything slows down around Christmas time. You're dealing with family and all the excitement that is Christmas.
Not the best weather usually this time of year.
Yeah, it's rough down here, man. Just chilly.
The wind has been nuts here.
See, but now that helped me with this bad boy. So
that's right.
Here, our new sailboat. We had a good time. We had a good time in that little pond yesterday with this thing. It's funny. I don't sail often, but when you do, you get into it. I get into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like when you turn into the wind and you pull your winch just tight enough when it catches and the whole sailboat like starts grooving on its side, like it's a good feeling when you do it. If you need something that you want to do on windy days, sailing is something that works great. Works great for it. But
yeah, we've got several boats, and every time we take them out, like it's one of the few things. Like even all of Lori's friends, we'll take them to the pond, and we'll be out with the kids and stuff, and I can hand these out to the kids, to everybody, and nobody breaks anything. You just say, "Here, go play with it. It's going to run for 3 hours."
Yeah. On AA batteries. That's
on
it.
AA batteries. So you just hand them out to all the kids and everybody, and just say, "Go play with them," and nobody has to worry about anybody breaking them because you can't go fast enough if you run into the side.
Then that little pond would be, hitting something on the bottom,
Right.
With the ballast, That was the only thing I was looking for. We were in like a little pond, and I could see that there were some sticks and rocks that I was trying to avoid. But then all of a sudden you'd lose the wind, and you're just sort of stuck there, and you're like,
Yeah, I always try and take some kind of a motorized boat with me to push it back in with if it gets stuck.
I should have done that. I went for the. I said, I guess I'm jumping in if I have to.
The landing craft is the perfect rescue vehicle, by the way. It's got the big flat front end. Just push them right in with it.
Landing craft, that would be good. I got the tugs. I got to bring a tug with me.
There you go.
When I go, because then I have the tires on the sides, and I can really just smash into it.
Smash into it. Push it away.
So Wes, talk to us. You had a couple good videos this week from some older balsa models, but tell us a little bit, because we hadn't done. You picked up the JU52. You traded for it?
Yeah, I did. So we were down at. I was at Mulberry for the Trifecta Fun Fly, I believe. I can't remember which event we were out for it, and happened to come across the JU52 out there, and the guy that wanted to get rid of it, and I said, "Hey, this is great because I don't have to build it, and I can come fly it for our channel." So I traded him the Black Horse S-Bach. I had already taken all the electronics and everything out of it, and it worked out great because that's what he wanted, and I wanted this, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. I came home and I had these 3-blade scale props, so I ended up putting them on there just because they look kind of cooler to me than the 2 blades. But the real airplane actually flew on 2 or 3 blades, so that's up to you as a customer what you choose to use. Currently, I have it set up with all 3 going the same direction for the flight video you saw, but I did actually have a counter-rotating one, and I just switched 2 motor wires in this one, and I'm going to try a counter rotating on the front now to see if it alleviates a little of the P factor. The only thing that's hard about this airplane, as soon as the tail lifts off, you better be ready on that rudder with 3 motors all going the same direction, because it will run off the runway on you. So I'm trying to see if that alleviates it. I'll update all you guys when we get to another video later on. But yeah, the old Iron Annie, see if I can pick it up for a second here. It is a cool looking airplane, and it's really just very unique. Very unique. Me and James are both on the same thing, that we like stuff that doesn't get modeled a lot. And have you ever seen one of these from anybody?
No.
No.
It was a passenger plane, just like
well, it was a passenger plane at the beginning of the war, and then of course it turned into a troop transport as the war went on for Germany.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It was part of the way they did it is they weren't allowed to have military vehicles in Germany from World War I, and this is one of the ways they did it. They made passenger planes and then turned them into troop transports. It's like the original Panzers; those were tractors, is how they were making those too. And then they got turned into tanks. So yeah, that's kind of how the Iron Annie did its whole deal too. So it's a really cool plane. Like I said, it would have been neat if there was a way to do corrugated tin on it, but it would have weighted so much. So the way they painted it on here, it really looks very simulated to look like corrugated tin all over it. Clear windows all around. It's got a nice little cockpit detail inside of it too. I mean, it's a cool little airplane for a small plane. This isn't a huge one. This is about the same size as the P-38, honestly. A lot of electronics to pack in there for 3 motors, though.
I can imagine.
It's been fun, though, so I can't wait to get it out and fly it some more. It's got actual working suspension, too. I don't know if there you go. The suspension actually it works on the airplane. It's got little shock absorbers. Pretty cool. And it's a pretty inexpensive airplane.
Yeah. Now, one thing I want to ask. So now, when you talk about the counter rotating, why do you think switching the middle one versus just one of the wings would help you more, or help you less, or help you at all?
I just thought it would be more even to have it on that center line, but I don't know. I'm going to probably just move them around because I mean, I can pop it off and move it over here. I'm just going to play with it a little bit and see how it is because it's literally just pop the cowling off, unplug one wire, and I can change it around. So,
Yeah.
like I said, the first flight I did it as the real airplane is, where it's all three the same direction, and now I'm going to try it with one changed in the middle, and if that's better, and maybe change it over here and just try it. So report back with what I find. Just thought that's where the easiest place to start was in the middle. You know, keep the two outside going the same and keep this one different. I don't know. It's just in my mind, it sounds like it would be better. No real specific reason.
If our fans' minds think the same. Mike Bird said he was thinking the same thing.
Caroline,
I was thinking the same thing.
Tyler RC says change the direction of one of the wings.
Tyler RC says it? Who would say
Caroline Tyler.
Caroline Tyler. Yeah, see, I would definitely change the direction of one of the wing props.
Hey, maybe this is a video. Maybe
that's
this
what
is
I'm
a video
thinking.
right here.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's not going to change much on the center. You need that full, like, you know, like the farther the motor is away from the CG line, the more it's going to affect. So by doing the right or the left, whatever way you have it going,
it'll be fun to figure it out. I think that'll be a video on its own where I fly it once with it in the center, you know, and see if it takes off a little easier, and then move it over to the other side, take off again, see if it takes off any easier that way, you know. Because in the air, you're not going to even notice a difference because it flies great in the air once you're up. It's the takeoff, that initial surge when you get it up on there, it really runs to one side and you got to be ready for the rudder. So I was just thinking maybe switching that one prop will help that and make it a little smoother. So it'll be fun to play with it. It flies great as is, though. But
should we start a poll?
That's right. Should we start a poll? Middle or side better?
Middle or side? Middle or wing? That would.
We'll make sure we can get that done for sure before the next live show. We can report back on that, and maybe we'll have a video to go along with. That'll be fun. There you go. Lori's getting a poll going right now. Here we go.
You know, I wonder, what if you counter-rotated the wings and put the... I don't know if it would work. I guess it would cause too much drag. But, like, if you didn't have the center motor going on takeoff and then just turned it on in air, if you put it on, like, a switch.
Oh, outside or middle?
And then turn it outside or middle. Yeah.
That's like, she's asking me what to make the poll. Yeah. Outside or center for the prop that needs to be reversed.
Have two going one way.
Yeah, any way you do it, you got to have two go in one direction. That's why I was looking at it. I was like, well, you can't ever completely cancel it out. You know what I mean? So we'll figure it out. Take off with the middle, then turn it on. Yeah, turn one off, turn the middle one off, just let it be free spinning, and then have two counter rotating ones. Then you can do outside, and then this one just be a dummy.
Yes.
That's another thought, because it has so much horsepower right now. It's ridiculous.
I can imagine. Yeah, look, I mean, you were doing like even the rolls. Like you said, they were slow, but I'm like, that looks quick for that type of aircraft.
It is.
And like, you know, I'm like, normally it probably would be slow, but that thing has way more motor than it needs.
The guy that put this one together, he used the same motors. These are off of, I believe it's the Tiger Cat, and it's supposed to be on 3S, but he put 85 amp ESCs all the way around. So I was like, heck no, we're going 4S. So I threw that big old 4S 5000 in there. And I mean, if you go full throttle, this thing will just hover and just pull straight out of it. It's got so much power. It's ridiculously overpowered right now, but it's fun.
I'm glad we didn't have it when we were trying to smash planes into the wall, because I might have recommended that one just for the excitement of the third motor. I'm glad you didn't have it yet.
Reverse prop, outside middle. There you go. She got it up.
Outside is 75% for an outside prop. That's where I'm falling. That's where I'm falling.
I guess we know the test is going to happen. I'll have to put my lab coat on for this one. We're going to have it for science video. It'll be great. Cool. But yeah, anyway, super cool plane. I've been really digging it. I know these are still currently in stock, but every time we get these, they sell out pretty quick because it's pretty inexpensive airplane, to be honest. I want to say this one's like under $250 right now. So I mean, for a beautiful balsa plane, it's a good price.
Yeah, that's a solid plane. I like
yeah.
it. I like it. I'm glad you finally got your hands on one, and you didn't have to
cool.
build it.
I'm glad I didn't have to build it exactly.
That's the best part. Or assemble, because it's not a build, even if it's an IRF, it's still an assembly.
That's right. Don't get us in trouble here. It's assembly.
But now I'm wondering, with all that power you have on those motors, if you probably could put real corrugated tin around the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And it'll fly.
It'd be a brick though.
It would be a brick, but it would fly
really fast.
It would.
So, yeah, it's a pretty cool airplane. I kind of dig it. So, a little different. And then, like I said, got the P-38 here. We just did the assembly video of that yesterday. So, I'm really looking forward to finally having one to kind of work it out and play with it a little bit more. That's going to be a cool airplane.
Yeah, besides, that's one of the ones, like, we haven't had that assembly video. So old. Nice to update that. So, thanks for doing that.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
You're gonna love that plane. I mean, I love that plane. It's just all of the twin engine flight lines. They track really well. You know, like nothing's gonna surprise you about the tricycle, warbird. It's just a good flying model.
Yeah, I've got a friend that he's been flying one for about 2 years now, and he flies it every week almost, and he loves this airplane. So he's like so excited when I got it. He was like, "Can we fly them together?" I was like, "Heck yeah, we can."
Yeah, you can. You better.
Yeah, he's got the silver one too, so it's perfect. We'll have the two colors.
Awesome. Love it.
So.
Oh, EQRC wants your DO335.
That's another one. I don't know.
What's like? That's a good one. It was
ugly duckling at first to me, and then it grew on me, and I love the way it flies.
Something about Germans.
I actually take that to a lot of shows.
Germans and more props than planes need. And
I know. I truly do love that airplane, though. The more I fly it, I mean, it's awesome. I take that to a lot of shows because it's so unique. And I'll tell you guys the same thing. If you're looking for a plane that you come to a warbird show with, and you want a plane that's not a Me Too plane, you know, I always call it's not a Me Too plane. The Me Too to me is like you pull up and it's like, oh look, I got a Mustang, and then the guy walks up and it's like, Me Too.
Feminism or something.
No, this is a different joke. But yeah, my joke is always, you know, when you go to a warbird show and you pull out a Mustang, it's like, oh, that's cool. Have you seen mine? I have one too. You know, Me Too. But no, you take that airplane out to any warbird show, and everybody just swarms you because they're like, "What is this?"
Totally.
You know? It's the coolest plane to take out at a show, though, because nobody's ever seen it, and everybody stops every time I fly it to watch that airplane because it's so unique.
And it makes weird sounds.
And it makes a really weird noise. Yeah.
It does, and I always think you're gonna smash the back prop landing. Because it always looks like if you come in with an angle, like you're just gonna, but it never does. It's
and it never does, and it never hits the tail or nothing. I can't believe it. Yeah,
it works really well. P-38 Harry Miller, the wingspan, 63 inches, I believe, on the P-38.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bigger. Pick that up for a second for you. There you go.
Full. Can you go full to?
Oh, there you go.
He's gonna go full for you, Wes.
Give me the full Monty.
The full Monty. There you go.
There you go. It's a good size airplane. There you go. 63 inches of power. Oops, banging it into everything. Power. Uh-oh, now I'm tangled up too. And it's covered in lights too.
What is that?
Which is cool.
Hanging off? Is that string hanging off of it? What is it?
That was hanging off of me. That's my headphones.
That's your headphone. Oh, I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I couldn't see, like, it was the white cord was like part of your shirt, and then it was off. What is this? Where did this string come from? What is going on? What is going on out here?
It looks like outside winds on that.
Outside winds. All right, we'll find out. For science, we're going to test that one.
I'm going to put in the chat. I'm just going to ask chat. What did you guys get for, what was the last plane you guys got for Christmas and stuff? What are you guys working on? What's going to be the first plane you fly in the new year if you haven't yet flown one in the last 4 days? While we transition here to the latest from Bancroft, another sailboat, but I'm digging it. Brand new. Sweet. Discovery. This bad boy is about 25, I think it's 25 inches, 25.7 inches. And what's cool about it, anybody who's into sailing regattas or anything like that, you can use this in a popular category. 65 centimeters is a popular, size for sailing competitions. So this ready to run sailboat can also work, competitively if you're around anyone who likes to do that. So we had it out at our little pond. They have like a running water fountain in the middle. So actively avoiding that while I'm sailing around was the only thing I was nervous about. There was like, what if it wants to go right into that? But
it's fun. I've sailed ours into them a couple times.
But with the big rudder, I mean, she turns on a dime. She looks good. Now I'm not gonna lie. The hardest thing about this is rigging it up. Even though it is ready to run, you still have to do assembly. And Wes, I watched your video on one of our other sailboats, the Discovery, and I'm watching the video. I was like, he doesn't even get into detail because it is hard. Like, I didn't get a chance to film it. I'm gonna go back into this one, and I think I'm gonna make just a rigging video because I learned a lot while doing it. While I don't know all the terminology when it comes to a sailboat, the fact that I was able to just take it out of the box, read the directions, and get it going where I had a lot of fun with it. It works. It sailed. Means that if I could just dial it in, I bet I can really get it going even better. Like, I definitely have too much tension on my jib boom. I have far too much tension on my jib boom. But either way, it worked well, going through it. But you do have to, the sails come, obviously they're tear resistant. The hull itself is plastic composite. Everything's already pre-assembled inside as far as your electronics are concerned. You only need 8 AA batteries. That's 4 for the transmitter that's included and 4 for the boat itself. That's the best thing about sailboats too. They don't really use lipos or anything. 4 AA batteries are going to get you hours on a sailboat. All it's doing is moving your winch, that moves your sails, and moving your rudder servo. That's the only thing that you need to power with the sailboat. And then they give you a lot of the cord and these boseys, which allow you to loosen, tighten. So it's a lot of time, tighten, measuring. Bosey, right?
Bosun.
Bosun. Well, it says in there Bosey. Or did it say?
Yeah, it's a bosun.
They wrote it wrong in the damn directions because I was calling it that. Oh, I'm awful when it comes to sailboats. But either way, it's one of those things. I'm not even lying. It's fun when you're out there and you're doing it. It's something I never would have thought to myself. Like, this only maybe the 3rd sailboat I've had since my time here. But whenever I get a chance to go out one, it's cool. It's a different thing. And playing with the wind, like, when you open up the winch and you open up the sails, right, and then you feel the breeze catch on, and then just slowly bring the transmitter. This will close your, tighten your winch. You just slowly tighten it up, and all of a sudden you see the sails just catch. And the whole boat, cranks over 45 degrees, and you really start grooving on the water. It's fun, man. It really is a lot of fun when you get going. So I definitely recommend the Discovery, looking at it up close. But like I said, I'm going to turn it on, actually.
I tell you what, if you haven't seen it, I guarantee you the Orion and that one would be a great pair to have together to play with. Our Orion boat, I have it here. They look very similar in size.
It's funny because it's only 25 inches. They measure this way, but when you have this on, and then they give you a stand so you could always keep the keel and the ballast on. But you're talking, it almost stands at almost 5 feet. So see, no, it is a Bosey. Jeff in Lower Alabama says it's a Bosey.
Well, look, we're just going to all have a...
We're just all going to agree to disagree.
I've never heard it called a Bosey. I've heard
but
it
I'm going to show you where my...
But you know what?
Well, I'm believing in Jeff. Jeff from Lower Alabama won't do me wrong.
That's right.
So here we go. So now this is where I know I need to redo my tension here. So if you notice, and you probably see it, when I'm going to open the winch, look at what happens to my... Well, hold on. Now I'm like stuck. When you don't have a breeze... These things can get stuck for a sec. Oh, whatever. I'm going to have to... Oh, I put my canopy... Ah, there it is. Whoops. My string was going through my canopy. There we go. But like when you make it taut, like my whole jib boom moves this way. So I have to get it to the point where it stays about there and it's taut. So I definitely need a longer string when you attach that through. And it's hard to explain, video, but I'm going to make a new video. I'm going to cut these and redo the two. Everything else, is pretty straightforward as far as your rigging up to the mast and down. But just these two rigs, because really just understanding how the the winch works, because it's just a different type of thing, is the only thing you have to go. But again, I know that wasn't perfect, but it was more than enough to make it sail. So going back in and making it sail probably more perfectly would be even great. But all around, definitely a cool option. I forget what the price is on it. I don't know what the price is offhand, but it's not a lot. And I like too that they did with this one. There's a little, there's a switch inside, but they give you the option right here. They just give you a little metal thing you could pull out and turn it on and off without having to even open the can. Not that it would be hard to open it or anything, but just a nice little thing. You pull it out of the water, you can just turn it right off. And then you get this kind of, interesting transmitter. And again, you have the there it is, the Orion. But you just have trims for your rudder trim and then for your winch trim, which I didn't touch the winch trim. But again, you just rudder left and right on one side and winch open full and bring it down for tautness. But all around, super cool. So if you're into sailboats or wanted to give something a shot, I'd recommend this. The hardest thing is just going to be, this does definitely take some time because you're cutting and little, I have fat fingers, so, what's the matter, man?
Oh, once you pulled it into the shot.
So pull the boat.
Side by side.
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
Gotcha.
Look at that. Boom.
Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm in the shot. Alex is behind the camera telling me to do something. I'm like, I don't.
Like dancing behind the camera.
Look at that. There you go.
Move.
I don't know.
Like perfect match for each other, though.
That is a good one.
Boom.
Yours looks a little smaller, Wes. Sorry, buddy.
Well, I got the smaller dinghy here.
You need a bigger dinghy there, man.
That's right. When you come down here next time, we'll have to have us a little boat race between them.
I got the bigger one, I got the big green one here, and then I have the white sports sail, which I was actually using those to refer, when I was putting this together as well. But again, it does come with a stand, a stand like this. So you put the stand together, and then you could have the keel and the ballast, it'll rest up here. So you
probably like this.
Yep, exactly the same stand. So for anybody, because some of the first things they tell you to do is attach your ballast and your keel and your rudder. And I'm like, I should have did the whole mast and rigging, because then I literally had it on the floor, and then I was like doing it, up here, and I was trying to film it. I'm like, I'll never get it on the whole shot on this, between this table, how it's like impossible.
I think when I put this one together, I left the rudder and the all keel off, and I put it on the table and put it all together, and then I put those two pieces on last. I think I did that opposite when I did this one too.
You could have easily put that on last, and this is like, what's cool, this is like all metal, and this thing is heavy. These ballasts, this is zinc alloy or whatever. You could take someone's this is killing someone.
Right.
It's like a lot of weight. But works well. That's funny, when you have it in the water and you do see it tip over, I'm like, oh, is it going to capsize? And you think, oh, what's underneath it?
No.
Like, no, it ain't going anywhere.
Especially the big ones, like the, I forgot the name of the one that we had too, the big one. The Focus. I couldn't focus hard enough to remember what it was called. But yeah, the Focus one is like this long with a huge weight on the bottom of that one. Yeah.
It's good,
cool.
And it looks, and I do like the color scheme on it. Nice and bright, easy to see.
Yeah. All the boats have really good color schemes on them, to be honest, that we've tried lately. I really dig the green one. I keep waiting you to do a green screen one with that one.
I know, I want to do. We have so many shots of it. I have to have Alex do it. It's all green, so you could green screen anything on the boat. We could make the sail look like anything. I just want to put my face in it.
That's right. Be hilarious.
Bigger, but they're really cool. So all around, just something new to the website. I think it was added last week or something like that. Maybe a week before, but
very cool.
The weather wasn't looking good until yesterday. So either way, all good. That video will be coming next week. And all around, man, it's fun to be. I can't believe it's 2024, Wes.
I know. It feels like yesterday, doesn't it? Feels like yesterday I had my kid. 2 years have flown by.
Oh man, yeah. That is crazy.
When you're playing with RC all day, how time flies when all you do is play with RC stuff anymore, right?
For sure. So now we're in the Q&A portion of the show, guys. We got about 10 minutes left. I just want to see some of the answers here. Avanti 2, Hey Jack FPV, Avanti 2 was his Christmas present. I want to see what people, because I asked that question before I started talking about the boat, so I'm going to go up. Thank you, Michael. 8S Typhoon is Radio Control Channel 1's latest edition. Mike
It's a good one.
A big yellow T28.
Nice.
Jared, a Yak 130 was under his tree. He flies a P15. Nice. James Thatcher picked up a 90mm Blue Angels F-18 with some Christmas gift cards. Still waiting for it to arrive. Nice. EQRC been building a lot of Balsa ARFs lately. SE-5A and a Storch. Nice. Which one is the SE-5A? What type of plane is that? Why can't I think of it off the top of my head?
Is that the Soviet one?
EQ,
biplane?
Let me know what type. Is it a biplane? Let me know.
Somebody's saying there. Which one we had
off the top of my head. Glenn Davis doing a heli. He'll be flying his 1/7 scale Bell UH-1B Huey.
Brian Chambers wishing they had a 36-inch sailboat. We do have one. It's right up there. It's called the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, the Caribbean's a big one. Yep. And now that's the other jet. Yeah, the Dragonflight 95 V2 is a big one, and the other one is like the Dragonflight, and I think there's a second one we sell, which are like the main ships for different classes of regattas that, competitions. I forget what the other one's called. Dragon Force? One's Dragonflight, one's Dragon Force. I'm forgetting. The smaller one. There's one that's more this size.
No, the Caribbean's
and a lot of people love those. What's up,
Yeah,
Bill?
we got 'em.
What's going on? Bill's in here.
We got a sailboat to fit every size you want right now.
The Focus 2's got to be 36-inch, I would think.
The Focus is a 3-meter. That's a bigger one.
Meter? That's even bigger. The Focus 2's even bigger. Great.
That's a 6-foot boat. Yeah.
Nice.
39.2 inches.
Hey Jack FPV, that model I believe it's discontinued. The Venom for now, I believe.
For now.
I'm not. Yeah, probably for now, but I don't know.
But yeah.
I hope they bring it back as one of the best sounding planes ever made. Stop delaying and pull that twin 80mm F-18 Super Hornet out. Jameson, Clark, I wish I could.
I wish.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day we will.
Not right now. Maybe one day.
Dragon Force 65. That's it. The Dragonflight 95 and the Dragon Force 65. What I have, and it goes. So this would be, the Discovery would be the equivalent to the 65, right? Because the 65 being 65 centimeters, and that's what about this one is too. There you go. Bill Jarrett saying classes go DF65 Discovery and DF95 Focus 2. Bang.
There you go. Boom.
So if you have one of these and you do like it, then you know you have the option to go jump into a regatta and give it a go. Neil Karen Shackleton, my Flightline Corsair, he sprayed with gloss Vallejo water-based clear. That makes sense. Nice and shiny.
Nice.
That's the Neil's Corsair is the thumbnail for today's show. So you guys, anyone joining in, that's what he was talking about there.
Was gorgeous too.
Dunes Entertainment. I was disappointed I found out the 90mm F-16 Thunderbird was discontinued. Is it gone forever? Well, right now we still have the 90mm F-16 in scale form. I'm not sure if the Thunderbird scheme is going to come back. If you notice, a lot of our newer aircraft, we've only been coming out with one scheme because it's hard. When you have two schemes, then you have two paint jobs for all the parts and everything like that. Like, it doubles everything. And if one scheme is a miss, then it hurts, even though I don't think a Thunderbird scheme would be a miss.
I don't think it was that either.
But sometimes it's just easier to go back as you're also making, as you're making new models, man, there's only so many new models you can make in a month, so as new models come out, other things have to leave. just unless you double the size of your warehouse or something. Or get
not to say they're gone forever or anything.
Yeah,
you never know.
not to say it's gone
there could
forever.
be another.
You never know. But for now, I think that one F-16 is the one we're going to keep. Which I'm glad. I'd rather have the one with all the missiles and all the ordnance and the scale than because you could always take that stuff off and painting a Thunderbird scheme is really easy.
There you go. I don't know about it. It's real easy, but. You
well,
ever try to tape all that eagle on the bottom?
Hey. Just say it's easy, Wes.
That's right. It's easy.
It's easy. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
That's right.
Missed most of the chat, George M, but there were some gorgeous models. Yeah, there was. Thanks for jumping in. DNA Airsoft. Do you think we might get an F-111 in the future?
An Aardvark. Maybe one day.
I don't
Maybe.
know. Maybe. Glenn Davis. The answer to anything new will always be maybe. Because it really is. Because we're being honest. Maybe. I mean, at some point, in a perfect world, they won't have it all.
Even if we knew what they are, we can't tell you. I'm sorry.
Why don't you bring out just primer and people could do what they want? Glenn, because they don't sell. Push
yeah,
them
we
to
did
shove.
it
The
once.
only model that's ever sold that doesn't come with a livery, better than the one that comes with a livery, is the AL37. And that's just because there's so many. People buy that model and they want to scale it up.
Customize.
I think for all companies, any plane that comes out and it has a livery on it always sells more than a base plane. We used to come out with base planes and they just wouldn't sell. BAE Hawk had a gray one. The F-18 we had an all gray, and then they switched. They ended up having to switch it to a scheme because people just weren't. After the few people who have the wherewithal to go or have the gumption to go and make changes, push come to shove. The ones who are right there. Doug Wagner caught a pitch meeting reference. Barely an inconvenience. I love those things. Those things are that YouTube channel's hysterical. Super funny. But yeah, just it's come down to that where, you're pretty much always going to get planes that are going to have a pre-applied livery and you're just going to have to paint it up, on your own.
F-117, that'd be a cool airplane too. Agreed.
Or they'll put a few sticker schemes in the box, but even like with the B-25, right? Certain decals are still applied. So they picked a few schemes where like the roundels are going to live in that spot. And people just got to put on like a nose art for like a World War II aircraft.
Or if they don't even want a nose art, I mean, it still looks scale to even have it just a clean B-25 with the stars and bars on it. So that's why they did it that way. Yep.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people fly it just like that, and they love it. Just clean.
If I'm getting a World War II, I need nose art on it. Not the whole point. Like, I hate that they stopped allowing nose art. They should still let people paint the noses of their planes. Well, I don't care what it is.
F-106 Delta Dart.
Paint them up. It was awesome. That makes sense from Delta Dart.
Yeah. I have one. It's just not a phone
one. Like Jameson said, and that's just it. A majority of the people who buy the aircraft just prefer to have a scheme ready to go. It just makes, it's been proven.
Yeah, old Jameson would freak out if he saw what's sitting
over
there.
I do wonder, like, obviously there's a million schemes of like the L-37. So the L-37 was about the first plane where we had the ability to make like a motion RC plane, a fantasy if, we owned whatever. Our CEO owned a plane, it would look like that. So I can understand why an all-white one would make sense. A lot of people who might buy the AL-37 don't care where they got it from. They don't care necessarily about motion. They don't want the motion one. I wonder if there was an all-white one and like a Delta or an American Airlines, an old school one, something that maybe you take a livery of a defunct, popular TWA or something, that no longer exists. So it's classic and it's not going to change.
Looks like a big Tylenol with wings.
Yeah, it looks like great big Tylenol.
It's straight up do it just like the one on Airplane.
Would that have sold more though? If people know they could pull out of the box and have an all silver American Airlines plane, would they? But then you'd lose all the guys who were Delta pilots and stuff, and or Pan Am. There you go, something that's popular. I don't know if that's the case. But yeah, that's really the only model that's ever come out. Like even I don't know, we didn't even do an all-white PJ because there aren't as many. Just, I think if you're just doing those airliners are probably the only ones you're going to get in just base colors in a primer.
Yeah, that was a good airplane to do it in, though. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's. Thanks, Lyndon. South America, man. Georgetown.
We got people everywhere.
World travelers in this comment. I love it.
Wow. I love it. Well, we are hitting the 1 o'clock hour on our first live show of the year. And that's going to about do it for us here, guys. So we had a good time today. We got talking New Year's stuff, got some good stuff from the community. Wes went over some balsa aircraft. We did a little sailboating. We're going to have a good time. Now, next week, I don't know what we're going to have to go live with. We'll probably do something live if we can. But if not, stay tuned to the channel. We're obviously going to have video every day, Monday through Friday, as you'd expect. And we thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, please hit that like button. I think it's over there. It's by Wes. Wes, you point to it. It's on your side of the screen. No, yeah, it'll be down there. So, if you like the video, hit the likes. That always helps. And as always, guys, thank you so much for joining in. And we are ready to rock for 2024. 2023 was a big year for Motion RC. We had a lot of good stuff. It was seemingly, everybody's favorite in our chat, Free Wing and Flightline, was back in a big way. So I expect nothing less from 2024. So stay tuned. Stay tuned with us. And as always, guys, if you haven't made anything this year, when you do go out, I hope you have success. And we thank you so much for watching. So for Wesley Miller, for Alex, for Lori, for everyone at Motion RC, Happy New Year. And we're looking forward to it. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.